Hey there, amazing people! If you're a senior citizen or receiving SSDI benefits, I've got some incredible news that could put an extra $5,000 in your pocket this January. The House just made some groundbreaking moves, and you won't want to miss out on this opportunity. Before we dive deep into these exciting details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on important updates like these that could literally change your financial situation. You might be wondering, is this too good to be true? Or do I really qualify for this stimulus check? Well, I'm here to break down everything you need to know, and trust me, this is absolutely real. The House has been working tirelessly to provide additional support to our most vulnerable citizens, and this January stimulus package is proof of their commitment. Let's start with the basics. This new stimulus initiative is specifically designed for low-income seniors and SSDI recipients who have been disproportionately affected by rising inflation and increasing living costs. But here's the thing: you need to know exactly how to set up your account to ensure you don't miss out on this $5,000 payment. I'm going to walk you through every single step, but first, let's understand why this is happening now. The economic pressure on fixed-income individuals has reached a critical point, and lawmakers have finally responded. But you might be asking yourself, what makes this stimulus different from previous ones? Well, the key difference lies in its targeted approach and the significantly higher amount being offered. This isn't just a general stimulus, it's specifically designed to provide meaningful support to those who need it most. Now, let's talk about eligibility. To qualify for this $5,000 stimulus check, you need to meet certain criteria. Are you over 65 or receiving SSDI benefits? Do you fall within the specified income limits? These are crucial questions that will determine your eligibility. The good news is that the income thresholds have been set reasonably high to ensure that most seniors and SSDI recipients will qualify. One of the most important aspects of this stimulus package is understanding the income limits. For single filers, the adjusted gross income limit is higher than previous stimulus payments, making it more accessible to a broader range of recipients. But here's something many people don't realize: there are additional considerations for married couples filing jointly. Are you wondering how this might affect your eligibility? Don't worry, I'm going to explain everything in detail. The application process is where many people get confused, but I'm going to make it crystal clear for you. First, you'll need to ensure your information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. Have you moved recently? Changed banks? These details matter significantly. The government needs accurate information to process your payment correctly. One question that keeps coming up is, what if I haven't filed taxes recently? This is actually a common situation for many seniors and SSDI recipients, and I have good news: you can still qualify. The system has been designed to be inclusive, ensuring that those who don't typically file taxes aren't left out of this crucial support. Let's talk about the timeline. The House has set an aggressive schedule for these payments, but you need to act fast. Why? Because there's a limited window for setting up your account properly. Have you checked if your direct deposit information is current? This is crucial because direct deposit recipients will receive their payments first. Here's something that might surprise you: there are actually multiple ways to receive your payment. While direct deposit is the fastest method, you can also opt for a paper check or even a prepaid debit card. But which option is best for you? It depends on your individual circumstances, and I'll help you make that decision. Now, let's address some common concerns. Many people worry about how this stimulus payment might affect their other benefits. Will it impact your regular Social Security payments? What about other government assistance programs? These are valid concerns, and I'm happy to tell you that this stimulus has been structured to prevent any negative impact on your existing benefits. Security is another crucial aspect we need to discuss. With any financial opportunity, there are unfortunately always scammers trying to take advantage. How can you protect yourself? What are the red flags to watch out for? I'll share essential tips to ensure you don't fall victim to any scams while claiming your legitimate stimulus payment. Documentation is key in this process. What papers should you have ready? Which documents might you need to provide? Having everything organized before you start the process will make everything go much smoother. I'll provide a complete checklist to help you prepare. One aspect that's particularly important is understanding the verification process. The government has implemented certain measures to ensure that payments go to eligible recipients only. What does this mean for you? How can you ensure your application sails through the verification process? I'll explain the steps and what to expect. Let's talk about timing. Once you've submitted everything correctly, how long will it take to receive your payment? The timeline can vary depending on several factors, including your chosen payment method and how quickly you complete the setup process. But don't worry, I'll give you a realistic expectation of when you might see that $5,000 in your account. Here's an important point many people overlook: what about tax implications? Will you need to pay taxes on this stimulus payment? How should you report it on your tax return? These are crucial questions that could affect your financial planning, and I'll provide clear answers. Another common question is about retroactive payments. What if you've been eligible for previous benefits but didn't receive them? Can you still claim those? The good news is that there are provisions for certain retroactive claims, and I'll explain how to determine if you qualify. Let's discuss some practical aspects of using this stimulus money. While there are no restrictions on how you can spend it, I'll share some smart strategies for making the most of this payment. Have you considered using part of it to create an emergency fund? Or perhaps paying off high-interest debt? These are important considerations we'll explore. One thing that sets this stimulus apart is the additional support services being offered alongside the payment. Are you aware of the financial counseling services available to recipients? These resources can help you make informed decisions about your money and create a sustainable financial plan. For those of you who are caregivers or family members of eligible seniors or SSDI recipients, you might be wondering about your role in this process. Can you help with the application? What documentation might you need? I'll explain how you can assist your loved ones in securing their stimulus payment while maintaining proper legal and ethical boundaries. Technology plays a crucial role in this process, but what if you're not tech-savvy? Don't worry, there are multiple ways to complete the necessary steps, including phone and mail options. I'll walk you through each method so you can choose the one that works best for you. Let's address some specific situations that might affect your eligibility or payment amount. What if you're a recent SSDI recipient? How about if you've moved to a different state? These situations can impact your application process, and I'll explain how to handle each scenario. Communication with relevant agencies is crucial during this process. Who should you contact if you have questions? What's the best way to reach out? Having the right contact information and knowing the proper channels for communication can save you time and frustration. Here's something interesting: there are actually some additional benefits that might come along with this stimulus package. Are you aware of them? These could include healthcare cost assistance or utility bill support. I'll outline these potential extra benefits and how to access them. For those of you wondering about future support, I'll also discuss what this stimulus might mean for potential future aid packages. Is this a one-time payment, or could there be more coming? Understanding the bigger picture can help you plan better for your financial future. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when applying for stimulus payments and how to avoid them. Have you double-checked all your information? Are you sure you're using official government websites? These details matter more than you might think. One crucial aspect is keeping records of your application and any communication regarding your stimulus payment. What documents should you save? How long should you keep them? This documentation could be important for future reference or if any issues arise with your payment. Let's discuss the appeal process. What if your application is denied? What steps can you take to appeal the decision? Understanding your rights and the appeal process is crucial, and I'll guide you through what you need to know. For those of you who might be helping multiple family members with their applications, I'll explain how to manage multiple claims efficiently while ensuring each application meets all requirements. This can be tricky, but with the right approach, it's definitely manageable. Here's an important reminder: deadlines are crucial in this process. When do you need to have your account set up by? What are the key dates you need to remember? Missing a deadline could mean missing out on your payment, so we'll review all the important dates. Let's talk about what happens after you receive your payment. How should you notify relevant agencies? Are there any follow-up steps you need to take? Understanding the post-payment process is just as important as the application itself. Some of you might be wondering about state-specific requirements or additional benefits. Does your state offer any supplemental benefits? Are there state-specific procedures you need to follow? I'll explain how to find this information for your specific location. Now, let's address some myths and misconceptions about this stimulus payment. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and it's important to know what's true and what isn't. Have you heard something that sounds too good to be true? Let's fact-check it together. Here's something vital: understanding your rights as a stimulus recipient. What protections do you have? What should you do if you encounter problems? Knowing your rights empowers you to advocate for yourself effectively throughout this process. As we wrap up, remember that this opportunity to receive a $5,000 stimulus check is significant, but it requires proper preparation and attention to detail. Have you taken notes on the key points? Are you ready to take action? Don't let this opportunity slip away. Before you go, take a moment to review the main points we've covered. Do you have all the information you need? Are you clear on the next steps? Remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated on any changes or additional information about this stimulus payment. Finally, I want to remind you that while this process might seem overwhelming, taking it step by step makes it manageable. Have you started gathering your documents? Are you ready to begin the application process? The sooner you start, the sooner you could receive your $5,000 stimulus check. Remember, if you found this information helpful, please share it with others who might benefit from it. Together, we can ensure that everyone who's eligible gets the support they deserve. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to check back for additional information as this story develops.